Yeah, let me just continue for the sake of progress.
Yes.
Yes, it's not long. It reads as follows. The response, when the fire went off, I then heard something hitting the floor, and then a spark went off and then hit me on my foot, close quotation.
Usho njalo-ke uZandi uthi uma kucima isibhamu khona akuzwa kuwela phansi kanti-ke khona kwamshaya khona la enyaweni wabona ukuthi kuba nama-sparks khona lapho.
Yeah, ngilalela.
Yes, I'm listening.
Right. Then there was a question by my colleague, Advocate Malloy. Just a minute, if you say felt something hitting the floor, you could see where it hit the floor.
Manje-ke nakhe laphana-ke isitatimenti lesi esikhuluma ngaso babaluleke wathi awume kancane uma-ke wena uthi uye wezwa kukhona okuthize kushaya-ke phansi nokuthi-ke uye wabona yini la ike yahlala khona lapho phansi na uyakubona?
Yeah, ngiyabona.
Yes, I can see that.
We'll then go to line 13. When I heard that hitting the floor, it so happened that Tumelo also heard it, so that we heard the same thing. I ran into the bathroom and he ran into the bedroom, close quotation.
Kuthi-ke mangizwa leyo nto-ke ishaya phansi kwase kuyenzeka-ke ukuthi naye uTumelo wavele wakuzwa lokho manje kwenzeka-ke ukuthi sobabili sezwa-ke umsindo ofanayo ngagijima-ke ngaya ngasebathroom uTumelo-ke wabaleka-ke wangena egumbini lokulala. Yakuzwa lo?
Yeah, ngiyakuzwa.
I hear that.
What is your comment about what Zandile Khumalo testified about the first shot hitting the floor and she running into the bathroom and you running into the bedroom?
Uthini-ke wena-ke umphawula?
Lokho akushoyo ukuthi wabaleka ngabaleka ngangena ibedroom yena wangena ibedroom angibona ukuthi wangenaphi ne?
Now there where it has to do with her running and getting into the bathroom and myself running and getting into the bedroom, I cannot ascertain that. I didn't see her running into the bathroom.
And secondly, even after sesibuyile esibhedlela angibonanga ukuthi inhlamvu yashaya phi mina.
Even when we had come back from the hospital, I did not notice where the bullet hit or the spot which was hit by the bullet.
Engikwaziyo kwasikhombisa nje la unyaweni la ka right ngala phezulu kweqakala la ayinento encane nje ngathi kubushanyana.
Now what I know is that she actually showed us a chip on the skin that is on the just on above the ankle or the front portion of the foot in that ankle area of the foot. It was just a superficial kind of an injury, just an abrasion. It wasn't big. That's what she showed us.
So you did not see when the gunshot went off and hitting the floor in the kitchen?
No, angikubonanga lokho nje angisho ukuthi ngezwa sezwa ngaye sesibonisa nje la elimele khona la iqala ngaphezulu kweqala la esinyaweni la ka right.
I did not witness that. We only heard it from her at the time that she was now showing us that she sustained a superficial injury just on the ankle, the front portion of the ankle of her right foot.
So you disavow both what you said in your statement, Exhibit V1, that the deceased was shot on the chest, and what Zandile Khumalo is saying in her evidence in chief, that when the shot went off and hit the floor, you were also present. You felt the same thing.
I don't think it's correct to say he's disavowing that. He explained that when he stated that the deceased was hitting the chest, he was saying that in retrospect.
Yes. Inferential reasoning. You see a person who had a white t-shirt, it had no blood stain. Subsequently, you see the same person with a blood-stained t-shirt and he's lying on the floor. Inferential reasoning. He didn't see it. It's after the event. He sees it, that this person was shot on the chest.
So, yes, I do agree.
Yeah.
But do you agree with me that the manner that the statement is documented, that is Exhibit V1, in relation to the injury on the chest, it is not documented in a sense that it's something that you saw after you had had the gunshot.
Ungavumelana naphi ukuthi ke ngendlela ke lesi statement esibhalwe ngakhona asibhalwanga ngendlela ephana ngomfanekiso wokuthi wena wabona ke inxeba kuSenzo emva kokuthi isigameko senzeke ngendlela esibhalwe ngakhona asinikezani ngaleso sithombe sokuthi wena wabona inxeba emva kokuthi isigameko senzeke. Yakuvuma lo?
Ya ngakubona emva kwesigameko kwangelula ukuthi ubone same time nawe mawuyibuka nje lento kwangelula ukuthi ubone same time because angeke kuze kube manje angeke ngisho ukuthi uSenzo wadubuleka kanjani njengokuthi ngabona after mina ngakuzwa nje umsindo wesibhamu.
I would not have seen immediately when he was inflicted with that bullet. I couldn't. Even right now, I cannot even explain it as to how exactly it came about that he sustained that injury on the chest. I am saying that only after the transpiration of the incident was I then able to finish the statement based on what happened, what had already happened.
Because ukumshiya kwami uSenzo ngasagcina ukumgcina kwami ngamgcina sise kitchen.
Now the last time I checked, we were together in the kitchen. And there's some kind of a demonstration with two fingers equal, you know, that are depicting some equal.
Detwe ngabalekela ekamereni ngamgcina la ukuthi wabaleka washona ngakuphi ngabona sengibuye ekamereni ukuthi udubulekele selele ecake dining.
We were together when the firearm went off and I fled to the bedroom, and upon my return from the bedroom, that is when I realized that he had already sustained a shot and he was lying down in the dining room.
Let us move to photo 15 of Exhibit B. When the deceased was fighting with the second intruder, can you again demonstrate using that photo where was the intruder, the second intruder?
Ubeke la yena ebheke ngaphakathi endlini uSenzo emla ebheke ngakuyi mina ngimla eceleni kwaSenzo.
Now 3 spots have just been reflected on this picture to try and depict where Senzo was. The first one, just next to the door there, close to the cabinet, at the end of the cabinet. That is the bottom end of the cabinet. That is where the first light had been shown. This is where, and I quote, this is where the intruder was, facing the kitchen. And then the light moved a few inches away from that particular spot, linearly went down, and that is where Senzo was. A spot was shown there, that is where Senzo was. And then it moved to the right or adjacent to Senzo a few inches again, and that is where I was. That is now in accordance with this.
Where was the first intruder, the one with dreadlocks, at that time?
Obe kupike lo obe nama dreadlocks ngaleso sikhathi.
Abebe Samuela emva kwethi la.
They were somewhere there at that particular spot there, behind us. And the spot that is being pointed at is
somewhere nje la.
yeah, It could be somewhere even outside of the borders of this picture. But he's indicating that they were behind us.
Was he behind the deceased?
Umufi.
Noma ngingisho exact cause ngibhekele but umsindo wona ula emva kwami.
I cannot be
yeah.
exact about that because I was facing the opposite direction. But you know, the commotion was behind us.
I mean the first intruder, the one with dreadlocks, was he behind the deceased or was behind all of you as well standing there?
Ngisho yena loyo dreadlocks. Ubengasemva komufi or ubesemva wakho ubengemva kuphi?
No, bebesemva kwethu no Senzo. Because besibhekele thina. Bebelanga emva kwethu no
They
Senzo.
were behind us. That is myself and Senzo. Because we were facing that direction and they were behind us.
I mean the one with dreadlocks in relation to Senzo. Where was he?
Uye lo
Side,
ngisho.
behind Senzo, the deceased?
Uyabona lo onama dreadlocks. Mawumqhathanisa no Senzo. Ube kuphi ngasemuva kaSenzo? Ube ngasemva kwakho? Ube kuphi kahle?
Bebesemva kwethu sobabili because thina sibhekele obvious umuntu ongadla usemva kwethu. Ngisha ngaba ka right but usemva kwethu, ngisha ngaba ka left usemva kwethu. So noma ngike phela ngichaze because bayishaya uMakazandi no Kelly nayo uZandi. So angeke ngisho ukuthi wayemuva kanjani but bebela emva kwethu bona.
I cannot be able to explain how they were moving because they were behind us. That is the very person that I am referring to, that they were behind us. It could have been that behind on the right, behind on the left, that I cannot ascertain. But what I am saying is that they were behind us, even at the time that he was being fought against by Khumalo, Zandi and them, as they were assaulting him. There was movement that was happening behind us. Therefore, I cannot tell exactly behind us where he was.
No, don't rush. We'll come to that. I'm interested. I'm interested in these people. We have demonstrated where the second intruder was. We have demonstrated where the deceased was. You also indicated where you were at that time. I mean, now, one by one. In relation to the deceased, where you had pointed where the deceased was, where was the first intruder in relation to the deceased?
Angizoshilo ukuthi ke lo wesibini ube kuphi, umufi ube kuphi, wena ube kuphi. Lona ke wokuqala, umngeni lo wokuqala. Yena ke uma ke usuqhathanisa nala umufi bekhona, ubeme kuphi.
Only that one.
Yeah, ngizombona kanjani iposition exactly ukuthi umkuphi ngibhekele siface lo second intruder. Ngangizombona kanjani lo ukuthi exactly nendawo kuphi.
Now, how would I have exactly seen or clearly seen the exact position of the first intruder when we accosted or when we were faced with the second intruder?
Because engikwaziyo ukuthi usemva kwami because ngangizwa nomsindo wama clutches ne drawer la lepuni.
All I am sure of is that he was behind us because I could hear the noise or the commotion that was happening, the crutch, the sound of the crutch, and as well as the utensils, the cabinet being opened. That's all I am sure of.
So what you are saying is that you and the deceased were facing the second intruder.
Ngamanye amazwi lokho kushoyo ukuthi wena nomufi benibheke lona kowesibili.
Yes, makuqhuma isibhamu nje besiqhuma sibheke lo yes.
Yes. At that time when the gun went off, we had faced, both of us were facing the second intruder.
Okay. So the first intruder was behind you.
Lo wokuqala ubengasemva kwenu. Yes.
You also told this court in your evidence in chief that at that time the deceased had pinned the second intruder into the ward. Which ward were you referring to?
Uthi ngaleso sikhathi ke ubembambe emphushele odongweni lapha nikhuluma ngalokho uDo.
Eceleni kwasi isicapha la.
I'm just referring to the spot just next to the door. It's just been shown next to the door there.
Okay. You also told this court in your evidence in chief that the deceased had grabbed or held the hands of the second intruder upwards. You confirm that?
Uyakhumbula lokho ke uthi uma ubemphethe abambe isandla sakho ngengalo yakhe phezulu nje so.
Yebo kunjani.
That is so, yes.
I'm going to refer you to the postmortem report, which is Exhibit L of the record.
Ngizokubonisa ke i-report i-postmortem.
On page 3 of the postmortem report, A51.3. It's A51.3 in brackets.
As a court prisoner, we have previously objected against the use of documents compiled by expert witnesses. And we're going to again raise the objection. This witness is a layperson. He cannot comment on the evidence of an expert.
You want the witness to comment on what? Post-mortem.
I just want the I just want the witness to listen, my God.
To listen?
Yeah, to listen
Yeah?
to what?
Listen to what?
To the findings by the doctor.
Oh, I see.
To the
Fine.
findings by the doctor.
Okay.
Only listen. And
Just
then
listen.
I'm just
Okay.
going to sum it up.
So you must just listen.
Okay.
Yes, let's go.
I'm going to refer you to Roman figure 4 of the postmortem report under external appearance of the body and condition of limbs.
Under external?
External appearance of the body and condition of limbs.
Kanti ke so bheka ku Roman figure 4 esho njalo ke external appearance of the body ukuthi umzimba wawubukeka kanjani nokuthi ke ingalo nenyawo nazo ke beyime kanjani position of the limbs.
Okay. I'm going to start at number 2.
Sizoqala lapha ku number 2.
Thank you. Situated over the right anterior chest wall, 1 centimeter to the right of the midline and 135 centimeter above the heel is a 3 centimeter by 1.5 centimeter oval shaped lacerated wound.
Sorry, we've just been handed the file here. We cannot see where you are reading.
On page 3 of the postmortem report.
Okay. Line number 2.
Yes, Roman figure 4, under external appearance of the body and condition of limbs.
Thank you, we found it.
Yes. Situated over the right anterior chest wall, 1 centimeter to the right of the midline and 135 centimeter above the heel is a 3 centimeter by 1.5 centimeter oval shaped lacerated wound.
Yakubona lokho ke ukuthi masibheka la sibheka ke ngapha esifubeni kule hlangothi la right kwakhona ke futhi ke 1 centimeter ukuya ngapha ngako right ukusuka kwi midline singasho ke 135 centimeters above the heel phezu kwesithende ke kutholakala ke inxeba 135 centimeters phezu kwesithende uyabona kukhona 3 centimeter by 1.5 centimeter inxeba elingathi ke le oval nje belingekho round elingathi le oval inxeba nje lokudabuka ushuthi hayi ukusika okujwayeleke ukudabuka uyabona laceration lana khulunywa ke nge chest wall futhi ke kusesifubeni yes we can see that
Okay. There is a semicircular abrasion situated over the superior and inferior aspect measuring 0.3 centimeters superiorly and 0.5 centimeter inferiorly. The wound edges appear seared. Situated just below the skin, blackened granular material consistent with gunshot residue are noted in the underlying soft tissue. This wound is consistent with a contact bullet entrance wound.
khona ke inxeba ke elibonakala lase phezulwana nje kwesikhumba lelo nxeba ke limayelana ke nenhlamvu ake sibone ukuxhuma ke kwesibhamu okanye inhlamvu eke yathi ukuhlangana ke nalokho okungaphansi kwesikhumba kanti ke leli nxeba ke kuyinxeba elibonisa ke ukuthi kwaba khona ilokhu njani inhlamvu engenayo
ngiyabona
yes I can see that
Right. Let us turn to page 4 of the postmortem report under paragraph 3, where it reads as follows, and I quote, there is a 1.3 centimeter by 0.7 centimeter oval-shaped lacerated wound situated over the right posterior chest wall, 4.5 centimeter to the right of the midline and 126 centimeter above the heel. Open bracket, this is consistent with bullet exit wound. Close bracket, close quotation.
kukhona ke elinye inxeba okuthiwa 1.3 centimeter by 0.7 centimeter le oval nje ngokubukeka kwalo lelo nxeba nalo ke bekuyi inxeba lokudabula okanye ukudatshulwa into ethize lacerated wound eyayitholakala ke mhlawumbe ke 4.5 centimeter okusuka ke kwi midline uya ngaku right kanti leyo nxeba ke belithi phezu kwesithende uthathe ke ama centimeters awu 126 kanti ke inxeba ke leli elibonisa ke ukuthi inhlamvu yayiseseyiphuma ke manje emzimbeni usho leli ngale inhlamvu yangena leli ngapha inhlamvu yaphuma ushuthi ke kukhulunywa lana ke
Yes, that was an exit wound. There's a diagram also indicating the wounds.
Yes, I can see that.
Yes, there is a diagram indicating the wounds and wound track. Wound 2 entrance, wound 3 exit, and wound track, wound 2 and 3. You also see that?
Uyabona lo?
yebo ngiyakubona
That's correct, I can see that.
What is of interest to me is the following. So, if your evidence is to be believed, the deceased is fighting with the second intruder.
Uma ngabe sizokhola ubufakazi bakho nangu umufi ulwisana nalona ke umngeneleli wesibili
He's holding the second intruder's hand upwards.
ubambe isandla salona umngeneleli wesibili usibambele phezulu okanye ingalo yakhe uyibambele phezulu
How then did the deceased sustain the gunshot wound, the entrance to the chest, and the exit to the back if he was fighting with the second intruder who was not in possession of a firearm. Can you explain that?
Please, my lord,
The witness is very clear. You asked him a question, where did the projectile land? You said we call it bullet. And he says, I didn't see it, he doesn't even know. He just heard a sound, a deafening sound. That's his evidence. He never said when the deceased was pinning the right upper arm of whatever intruder, the gunshot rang. Never said that. That's not the evidence.
May I rephrase the question? At what stage did you hear the sound of a gunshot at the time when the deceased was fighting with the second intruder?
Wezwa ukuxhuma kwesibhamu nini ngenkathi ke umufi eloko ebambene nayo lona umngeneli wesibili.
Bese kitchen lapha kitchen ngawuzwa se kitchen qhuma kwesibhamu.
We were in the kitchen. We were in the kitchen when the firearm went off.
You had said the second intruder, sorry, the first intruder, the one with dreadlocks, was behind you.
Uthe kanjalo
Confirm that.
lona ke obe nama dreadlocks ube semva kwenu.
Yebo kunjalo.
It isn't indeed so. Behind you singular, behind you plural.
Behind you and the deceased.
Should emva kwenu nomufi.
Yes.
That's correct.
You told the court that you did not see where the gunshot landed.
Uthi ke
The
wena
first
azange
gunshot that you heard, the singly one.
uthi azange ukubona ukuthi inhlamvu yafika yashaya kuphi.
Angibonanga ukuthi yaphuma yaya ngakuphi umsindo nje engawuzwa.
I didn't even see the
Umsindo
direction.
engawuzwa.
The direction it took. All that I heard was that noise.
Njoba ngisho nje even after incident angizange ngibone nala yashaya khona inhlamvu. Lo ngakubona lesi sikhonjiswa ngaphoya ngibona late sekukhonjiswa
As I
ngaphoya.
have already said, that even after the incident, I did not see the spot at which the bullet hit. Only when the police were pointing to us where the bullet actually hit, that's when I could see.
You know, after that single gunshot that you heard, if the deceased had a fight again with the first intruder,
Uyakwazi ukuthi kwaba nje nesikhathi lapho ke umufi
Ayi
alwa naye lona lo qala.
angibonanga but if isibhamu masiqhuma wonke umuntu usuke ezama ukubaleka yala yakhona ngithi so angibonanga ukuthi wabaleka waya ngakuphi.
I didn't witness that. You see, when the gunshot goes off, everybody wants to run for cover. So I did not know, I mean, I didn't see where he ran to.
Yes, I'm still wanting him to listen. That's what you said originally.
yes, I'm done.
Now you're asking him questions.
No, it was in
I don't forget.
It was in respect of the
No,
postmortem.
he said to me, I want him to listen.
Yes.
Now, when I'm thinking, oh, let's listen. Now you come in with questions.
It was in respect of the postmortem report.
Oh, what?
It was in respect of the postmortem report.
I see.
Yes, there were follow-up questions, hence I was asking him those questions.
Okay.
We'll now go to the statement of Nontanta Kelly Khumalo. It's A17. I'm going to read paragraph 8 and 9 of Exhibit 17. Paragraph 8 reads as follows, and I quote, "The one suspect with a gun was threatening people in the living room, and the tall, skinny one left the bedroom door and went to the living room where his friend was.
Isho njalo lapho ukuthi lo umsolo wokuqala bephethe isibhamu belonga songela abantu lapha ke kwi living room okanye se lounge nalona omude wayezacile wasuka ke ngase gombeni lokulala wase ke uya ngale ke lounge kanti ke lapho ke umngani wakhe bengakhona ngase lounge uyakubona lo.
I then remembered that my child was in the other bedroom and I opened the door to go and see what was happening.
Istatement esikhakheli lena ukhumbula ngase ngiyakhumbula ke ukuthi ingane yami ingale ngasegumbini lokulala ngase ngivula umnyango ukuyobheka okanye ukubuka ukuthi kwakwenzakalani.
I then saw my mom struggling with the tall skinny guy and Senzo Meyiwa and Umngani were busy struggling with the gunman.
Uthi ngase ngibona ulokhu njani my apologies, Your Lordship, I'm just trying to check that line.
I then saw my mom struggling with the tall skinny guy and Senzo Meyiwa and Umngani were busy struggling with the gunman.
Ngase ngibona ke uma eloko ebambene nalomlisa omude ozacile uSenzo noMthoko noTumelo bona ke bebeloko ke bebambane nalo oqala bephethe isibhamu.
I then tried to help my mother to push the tall guy. I did not know or see what was happening behind me. I only heard gunshots.
Ngase ngiyazama ke ukusiza uma ukuthi ngiphushe lo umuntu angazi ke ukuthi angazi futhi azange ngabona ukuthi kwenzakalani okanye bekwenzakalani emva kwami ngezwa nje ukuxhuma isibhamu siqhuma kambala.
Paragraph 9 reads as follows, and I quote, I jumped backwards and my sister said something hit her leg and she thought she was shot. I then saw Senzo running towards me, trying to grab me.
Ngase ke ngiyaqhuma ke ngimele emuva usisi wami wathi khona kumshayile khona la emlenzeni ubecabanga ukuthi udutshuliwe. Ngase ngibona uSenzo egijima eza kimina ezama ukungibamba.
I grabbed him, but I could see that he was weak. He fell into my arms and I saw a spot of blood on his back. And I turned him over. I saw a lot of blood on his chest.
Manje ngambamba kodwa ke ngaqaphela ukuthi ube buthakathaka wavela wawela kimi ezandleni zami. Ngabona ke ispot nje segazi ngasemuva kuye. Ngase ke ngiyamshintsha nje ukuthi ngembhekise kwelinye side. Ngabona ukuthi uphuma igazi eliningi oqhamuka khona laphana esifubeni.
He fell over the couch and I held him while screaming for help. At that time, the gunman was still in the house and my son was standing next to him.
Manje uthi emva ukuthi abone lesi spot segazi ngasemuva waseke uyamphendula ke wabona ukuthi igazi liphuma kakhulu lapho esifubeni. Igazi liphuma kakhulu esifubeni waseke uwela phezu kwecouch. Ngase ngiyambamba lokho ngimemeza usizo kanjalo. Ngaleso sikhathi ke lo obephethe isibhamu ube lokho ekhona lapho endlini kanti ke indodana yami ebiloko ime eduze naye.
Did you at some point struggle with the gunman, the first intruder, that is you, Senzo and Mthokozisi Trial?
Ngabe khona isikhathi la wena Senzo Mthokozisi beniloko nibambene nalo mliso bephethe isibhamu lo wokuqala?
Njengoba ngisho ukuthi yabona le statement lo ngifuna ukuthi azoyichazela yena lento ayibhalile. Because nalelo gazi aliningi alishoyo ukuthi belibonaphi. Because mina ngikhumbula endlini bekunamagazi bekunegazi lama sportinyana leli liningi alishoyo yena. Lo ngifuna azochazela abantu lento ayishoyo ayibhalile lapha.
I would wish for this person that had finished the statement to come and explain this honorable court about the a lot of blood that she had seen, because or that he or she has seen. That that particular person must then come and explain to the court, because as I have already indicated, I could only see the sprinkles or the spots of blood and not a lot of blood.
Because the statement sakhe mangifundela nje leyo maphathi ongifundela wona sinto efana nale ncwadi kaSoweto lento nje kufanele azoyichaza la kubantu umthoko akusiyo umuntu othanda ukulu.
Now that very statement that you are referring to me to is as good as that the material that was written by that Soweto guy, which is worthless, given the fact that Mtogo is not a hostile person. It's not a person that likes fighting.
And angikhumbuli ngibona umthokoziselo. The only thing engikhumbulayo nje ukuthi umthoko wayengemuva and mephume baleka waphuma mesho yena waphuma wabaleka makusho waphuma wabaleka so le ukuthi ubelwa ayangikhumbuli.
I do not remember seeing Mtogo fighting, because what I can remember, even he was from behind me, what happened was, at an earliest opportunity, Mtogo, fled out of the house. That which is being spoken here, or that which is now being narrated in the statement, I don't know it. I just don't know it.
Futhi angifuni ukuthi angikhumbule akazali umthoko akaze nje umthoko walo angifuni nokuthi angikhumbule.
In fact, perhaps I should fix that one. Not that I do not remember him fighting. Let me say with certainty, Mtogo did not fight.
So nje ngajabula le statement masingagoqwa sibeke eceleni umnikazi asazoyifundela yena lo doda ubhalela.
I would really be happy if the statement was to be folded and be put aside. Whoever finished this statement should come and explain this nonsense that's written here.
Yes.
Whilst we were inside the house on the 26th of October 2014, did the police arrive?
I think yes.
Whilst we were inside the house, before you went to the hospital, did the police arrive?
Ngey 26 October 2014 nisendlini angokuba nizoya esibhedlela. Ngabe amaphoyisa afika yini khona lapha endlini?
Ngikhumbula sesibuya mina.
I only remember upon a return.
Ngikhumbula sesibuya kuhambisa uSenzo amaphoyisa. Ngikhumbuli before some.
Only upon a return from taking Senzo to the hospital. Not before we went to the hospital.
Did you see any police vehicle in the vicinity before you left to the hospital?
Angoba nizohamba nesibhedlela khona imoto amaphoyisa engena yibona khona kuleyo ndawo maduzane nje khona lapho okanye eduze nakuleyo ndawo.
Mina ayikho engayibona.
Personally, there is no police vehicle that I noticed or seen.
Amaphoyisa nje ngawakhumbula masesibuya esibhedlela.
I only remember the presence of the police upon a return from the hospital, and that was during the dawn of the day or in the dawn of the day.